Might I ask you in having a nice drink with me? Because I am very, very, very well. Hi guys, how's it going? My name is Yoxican, and today it's me trying my best to record myself as usual. I probably will not be able to edit that easily because, well, I mean, because I have to download lots of clips, and the computer right now is kind of full because I'm also using this with my brother who likes to download YouTube videos because I guess he's using Linux. And maybe he also watches the videos. I don't know. So the entire computer is full. But there's also the fact that I like to do a lot of things. I like to draw. I like to write, and I make sure to save everything that I draw and my videos as well, which is why also I've been kind of pressed to start making videos in hopes that I could compile myself. Of course, there's also the fact that making videos is making videos. I'm late Gen. I might be Gen Z at 19 years old, but I still feel that same way about YouTubing. Then that same feeling of passion that people around 10, 6, 5 feel about people like Mr. Beast. So I am going to be trying my best to edit as much as possible, but most likely this video won't be edited. It's going to be me talking. So what I want to be talking about today is, well, it's the fact that I have started to learn how to understand, how to see things the way that artists have, even just a little bit, shadowing, stuff like that. They are becoming more apparent to me as time goes on. I'm starting to realize that drawing is not necessarily just learning muscle memory, but it's also learning how to see things better. But yes, but muscle memory really is necessary to be able to see anything that happens. Like, I know all of this is all just me drawing, but this is my progress, and I really care about it. And every single one of these stuff, you can see that understanding art is, or I mean, understanding things like shadowing, what converts something into a shadow, and what happened yesterday when I was lying down was I discovered that my tiles have pink like strains on it. I didn't know that my tiles have pink strains on it. I mean, maybe I did know, but I just realized it yesterday after like 15 years in this house. And I just never realized it until like I started doing art, and I'm just starting to realize that no, art is not just, or drawing is not just muscle memory and converting your thoughts into actual like language, into actual drawing, but it's also learning how to see things better, or at least in an artistic way, in a drawing kind of way. And I'm just enamored by all of this. And maybe I was right when I said that all of these things will help me see the world a different way. And it's coming to fruition. Hopefully, I will be able to keep this on because I'm really excited. I really like this feeling. I like the feeling of drawing, but I'm more surprised by the fact that learning the fundamentals is one of the most invigorating feelings in the world. I have heard that definitely it will soon stop as soon as I get used to the fundamentals. And then after that, it will just be slow burn by then, and nothing really much will happen after I've gone over the curve. But I believe my issue really is the learning curve. It's always the learning curve. I like to expose myself to different different kinds of things like writing, drawing, music. And music is of course the one I've been most close with. It's only recently that I've picked up drawing and writing, and I've really learned a lot. Of course, it's still bad, and there's still lots of like learning that needs to be done. But that's also my what I feel toward the learning curve is the opposite. I feel more excited by the fact that one day I can get over the learning curve, learn the fundamentals, and make it a part of my like everyday, as a part of who I am. Because I believe that getting over the learning curve will definitely make that possible. Because and the fact that I'm going to always have some way to use it, especially with the fact that it's changing how I see the world. It also helps me study better for some reason, that I can draw the things that I study, all without even if I don't draw the things that I study, look at the things that I draw visually now. The more that I draw, the more that I understand light, shadows, color. It can help me study better. the same writing is just an avenue for me to learn how to convert the complicated things that I study into something more simpler, so that I can truly teach it to other people. And with teaching comes, mastery. But then, of course, yes, there is a lot of things, and it will be a never-ending journey. But I am happy learning as much as I can. Maybe if I want to learn something new again, I can expose myself to the fundamentals of something else. There's always going to be something to learn, not just in drawing as opposed to writing, but there's also going to be lots of like styles of writing, styles of drawings, ways to write. And I believe that my writing and art will evolve over time, and that's not something that will probably stop. And I think that's okay. I think that's my source of novelty in this very white room that I have subjected myself to. I love this feeling. I love this feeling of just being able to maximize just how much I get done by encapsulating my entire existence into this one room, hoping that my entire goals and idea of how to live life changes to that of getting rid of that anxiety that I get when I stare at the white room that I'm in. Of course, it's not as white as it used to be, but it used to be very much white. But of course, I had to get a lot more things in. But my goal definitely is to make it as white as possible. Even as I move out, I'm going to make it white. Maybe even make the table transparent so I can sweep the floor better. White basically meaning I can clean it better and I can notice any like dirt better, because I am allergic to dust, and I get rashes when the air is not. Well, I mean, when I'm not sleeping well, plus I'm allergic or something. I have no idea. Anyways, there is a lot for me to learn. There's a lot for me to get into. I'm excited, and I'm going to get the violin probably later. I already have a guitar, and I also like to sing. But I also realized that just singing doesn't really fulfill all that novelty as much. I've been singing for years, and I'm starting to get tired of just singing, of only singing. I'm getting tired of only singing. I do want a two-finger style guitar, but there, violin. If I can mix that both, then I can have a longer session of like playing music instead of just having 10 minutes of fingerstyle every day. Doesn't really feel that fun. So I kind of stopped. I did learn like two like things that I found on YouTube, but it's not really that crazy. Again, all of this is me just trying to change my life, prove myself, and find a way to expel all of these like negative moods that I get into. And it has worked very well. I have not needed to get into anything. As you saw the video, I was just looking at a while ago, was watching a while ago just now, and I'm probably going to finish it. I have not needed to do any kind of therapy in applications, because I was kind of doing therapy before the thing hit and everybody's now inside their homes. So I had a chance. Oh wait, actually no, I'm pretty sure I was already doing. I feel like I continued it. Wait, I don't remember exactly, but I'm pretty sure I started before it hit, and then even while it hit, I would still keep going. I'm not sure which one, but probably I started before it hit, and then when it hit, I still kept going for a while. So that has helped me a lot, and that's helped me understand exactly what I need to do. And all of this has helped me, and will continue to help me. I definitely look like I'm mentally ill, because I have a permanent condition. I have a permanent. If I remember correctly, my therapist told me bipolar was permanent and couldn't be removed. But I don't really think about that every day. You just do it. You just are, without necessarily going crazy out of it. When something is, you don't really think about it. When you're a guy, you don't really think about it, unless you're insecure about it. A lot of people. That's why self-conscious is a word. You're conscious of yourself. It's nice to think about what you're doing, which is what I do every night. I think about everything that I've learned. I think of everything that I'm doing. I don't question my values as much, but I definitely try to apply everything that I've learned, and I will definitely have changed my values over time. But it's not something that occurs the same way somebody gets anxious about their abilities or their manlyhood, or whether they're a man or not, or whether they are fit for anything, if they're good or not. Like, these questions are normally just something that changes over time. And it's normally something born out of insecurity, where you do think about it all of a sudden on the spot, out of the blue, while you're doing something. or imposter syndrome, something like that. And I do not struggle with these stuff, and definitely that proves that things have definitely gotten better. So I don't know if this may defeats the case, but I'm just gonna move this. I'm gonna show you guys that I am just another person as they go. It's nice to like put on. You'll see sooner or later I'll start putting on things. I'll put on a certain appearance, and this is also what I learned is that some people could definitely look a certain way, and that can affect my perception of them, and that doesn't change. But that I cannot forget that there's a human behind them. So as I speak to you guys today, I can remove all my clothes and I will be the same human being that everybody else is out there. There's nothing special about me. And I hope that kind of makes things easier to go forward with everything that I do. Like if I ever start changing the way I look like, that will not change the essence of what I am, which is another person out there. I just wanted to say that because I kind of feel afraid of the idea that maybe one day people stop seeing me the way that they would see another person. I want to look better. I want to be better. I want to improve my skills. But these skills can disconnect me from the everyday person because that's just the problem with appearances and trying to prove yourself is that you can slowly drift away from that, which is what I feared when I was younger. I feared that improving myself and being more confident, being able to speak better would make me arrogant, but that's not. Those two things feel synonymous at times, but it is not. Being able to speak better doesn't necessarily mean you're arrogant. I've met a lot of people who speak well, but they have proved that they are merely just other people who have learned a single skill, such as drawing. Just because you can draw well doesn't mean you're arrogant. It's just another way to express yourself. So is writing or singing or drawing or writing or talking. And me learning how to talk better doesn't necessarily mean that I am any different. But I am also very different in that matter. So I hope that as I change, I can still maintain this stance on my position in the internet. I am not anything but a person on the road, on the street. And if I die, that also applies. I'm just another person on the street, on the road, and I hope to stay that way. Of course, as if I do get into anything, you're gonna start making videos. I'm gonna start making videos, and that's going to probably, if that works out, then it's going to definitely drive some idea of what I am, and definitely the more I improve myself in certain ways, I could definitely frame it in a way that makes it feel like I'm not anything but a normal guy. But sometimes people prefer theatrics and they prefer larger than life characters. They prefer like somebody that can really just get it out, like project stuff. I mean, project your voice. That's what I mean, and all that. And but I just want to remind everybody that I'm not anything. That is just another thing that I do because I know that's what people like to see. But in essence, I am just another person. I'm as human as my past self who struggled a lot with a lot of things, and now I've improved a lot and gotten better. I can only say that I am proud of the things that I have achieved, but to say that I achieved it is not, it's not an impersonal thing. It's not something that I personally achieved. It's something that I achieved, and I bear the ownership of the responsibility of maintaining and taking care of the skills of the things that has occurred to me positively and negatively, and maybe those negative things have helped me gain more experience. It is my job to maintain what what I already have and what I have right now, and hopefully make use of it so I can propel myself to the future, and hopefully things work out. I want to make this not anything, but just a regular guy going about. I want to keep that stance on things. If I cannot keep that stance, I feel like that will affect me mentally. But it depends on how I cannot keep that stance. Like if the entire world thinks of me that way, I don't know if I'll be able to handle that because I do care about what other people say. I try my best not to care so much, or I try my best not to care about like. But sooner or later, I'm probably going to try my best to get inside people's minds, as a way to understand other people better. Because for me to be able to help people would mean also to understand where they're coming from, how they live their lives. For me, becoming an artist doesn't only mean that I can learn how to be an artist better, but it also helps me understand artists better, people better. Same with writing or studying or drawing or reading up on books related to like Egyptian architecture. It helps me understand different fields and different kinds of people who study these stuff. It helps me understand their perspective, and that helps me empathize with people better, and helps me definitely tell their story better if need be. Because sometimes, in order to help somebody, you just have to understand how they see the world, and that takes a lot of effort. And I don't know if I can understand everybody 100%, and I will never understand the personal experiences. I will only understand the general like perspective of things, and that's okay. It is my best, and I will continue to do my best as things go. I do not want to lose my mind. It's definitely it can be an arduous journey. It can be a very well, it can be all the emotional stuff up and down, left and right. I'm not perfect. I am just another human being. That helps me keep myself grounded. That constant mantra. That is a mantra. I am not perfect. I'm just a human being. If I feel too pressured by the fact that things are working out, that's what I say. And if things don't work out, then I could say that I will keep doing my best. I have to keep going. Other people are suffering, and I need to do something, or else I'm just gonna be like everybody else. But like everybody else, what does everybody else mean here? The world is better than what other people say it is. There are lots of good people. It's nice to look only at the bad things because, again, people like to look at the negative stuff. Because sometimes the things that you already know, the good things that you already know, are so normal that sometimes you just forget about them. The point that you start only looking at the negative things that can propel you into this negative like world where there's nothing but the negatives. Without considering that the only way to solve the negatives is to think about the good things that we have right now. At the same time, the negatives, and then try to find a way to solve it. Because the good things that we have now, the powers that are here, the abilities that we have, the skills, the certain resources that we have, those are all going to be necessary in, you know, trying to change things for the better. I want to become a better person. Again, this is not some stunt where I am trying hard to make myself look human or make myself look normal. I am not nobody. I'm not anybody, sorry. I'm not anybody. I'm just here, walking about. And if I manage to get stuff done, that's great. Because I'm going to continue to try my best to move about and see where I can take this, where I can take anything. Testing my limits, I will break. I have broken many times before. I have, in the emotional highs and lows, I have done all of the things that I tried to cope, tried to deal with it. I am not perfect, and I will continue to do my best, hoping that I can at least test my limits without saying something that I'll regret. Because I'm trying my best to keep it localized in this room, and that's why I care about soundproofing so much, because I want to be able to scream. If I say something wrong, say if I feel something and I want to say it out loud, and I feel like I don't want to word it in a very polite way. I want to just scream it out loud without thinking too much about what I say and how I say it, to the point that it can be misunderstood. I want to be able to do that. That's very, well, moralizing. The opposite of demoralizing. That's very humanizing. It makes me feel human. I want to feel human. I want to be a human being. And I don't want to lose that feeling. Okay. Well, so I go. I hope to continue to make this an effort to advocate for something better than myself. because of course the more the better. So let's. I hope we can all get somewhere with this. I don't want to make this a fruitless effort. I will make it work. And if I don't make it work, then I have failed. And I'll continue to try my best until I cannot anymore. And I will not stop. And if I keep going, great. If I give up as a result of something that happens, I don't think I'll be able to tell myself that it's okay. It's okay to take breaks, but it's not great to lose sight of what makes me me right now. What I'm here for, who I am. Those mantras really help me. This entire thing is a mantra in itself. This entire video, I don't normally record it and post it on the internet, but I do make it a point to have this moment where I review, restate stuff that I already know, but sometimes when you just wake up, you kind of just need that. You just need that, like, to just put that together. A mantra. Anyways, thank you guys for having for bearing with me. Hope you guys have a nice day.